generally the politicians don't give up on their money, ठीक है, they are the rule makers. So ये provision normally applicable नहीं होता है कि where they are letting go of the funds. There also you must have seen कि even the budgetary allocation, even the unspent funds, right, those remain in the accounts of the department. Yeah, so generally पैसा वापस जाता नहीं है. Based upon that we can consider that incorrect. Unnecessarily don't eliminate the option. You simply think over the provisions, try to apply it. सभी के सभी senior citizens को तो फ्री लीगल एड की जरूरत नहीं है. देयर इज नो फ्री लीगल एड नेसेसरी फॉर अमिताभ बच्चन. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन. अगेन if you can remember the PYQs, we already had the question with respect to the Aadhaar, right? So here again the question is with respect to the Aadhaar metadata. Okay, so as per simple elimination technique, this is the data. Okay, second, so this is the data that they have given. Okay. State cannot enter into any contract with the private corporations for sharing Aadhaar data. Aadhaar is mandatory for obtaining insurance products. Aadhaar is mandatory for getting benefits funded out of Consolidated Fund of India. Okay. So now if you see, as per the elimination technique, 3 statements should be wrong, but there is no option of only one. Okay. Now what we will do, these 2 statements, if you compare, okay, in the first statement, what they are saying, Aadhaar is mandatory for obtaining insurance products. So insurance products are offered by, yes, whether it is offered by government companies or private companies. Yes, both, right? So it is private plus government. And with respect to the benefits out of Consolidated Fund of India, that is only with respect to the government. Yeah. So what we'll just think, we'll just apply the common sense. Whether Aadhaar will be made mandatory for government schemes or for the private ones. Yes. What do you think? Not for? Yes. It cannot be made mandatory for the private sector. So based upon that, we'll eliminate this. Okay, ये तो पहले ही data है, we have already eliminated this. So based upon that, 3 and sorry, mandatory for, yes, no, this is also wrong, this also we have correct, then also we are not getting the answer, right? Sorry, right, 2 and 4, that is our answer. ठीक है. But there is, so we applied that, no? Yeah, this is the extreme word. Based on that only in the first round we eliminated both, right? Based upon the mandatory word. But there is no option. Where there is no option of 3 and 4. In all the questions you have either 3 or either 4. So in that case we can't go with this. At least one of them has to be incorrect, right? When there are 2 extreme statements and when there is no scope to eliminate any one of these. Okay, in that case you have to compare both extreme statements and you have to choose one of them. ठीक है, ऐसे बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस यहाँ आएंगे where you have to make the choices. ठीक है. Then second question is again static. इसमें कोई ये नहीं है. राज्यसभा has the equal powers with Lok Sabha in again amending the constitution. But as per our approach, even if we get the answer, we will eliminate the other options. So in matter of creating All India Services, was it? Who has the power? Yes. Not parliament. It is the special power of the Rajya Sabha. Right. Then removal of the government. It is no confidence motion. Only in Lok Sabha. And making cut motions is also only in Lok Sabha while discussion of the budget. Right. Then next. Again, here also if you see, key MP led funds must be used. Again, यहाँ पे भी if you see, must, here also must. If you see, there are already 3 extreme statements. So that first option of the extreme statement won't work. Second, this is the data. Okay. That. So what we'll do, we'll consider this one as incorrect. That is fourth. Based upon that, our 2 will be eliminated. Okay. Now 1, 2 automatically becomes correct. We'll just focus upon the third word. MPLAD funds are sanctioned on yearly basis and unused fund cannot be carried forward to the next year. Okay, so as per your logic, you can simply apply the logic that if they are not using it, okay, it should be given back to the government. But generally, the politicians don't give up on their money. ठीक है, they are the rule makers. So ये provision normally applicable नहीं होता है कि where they are letting go of the funds. ठीक है, even with respect to the budgetary allocations, right? There also you must have seen कि even the budgetary allocation, even the unspent funds, right? Those remain in the accounts of the department. Yeah, so generally पैसा वापस जाता नहीं है. Based upon that, we can consider that incorrect. Okay, that is the logic that you should have applied, and based upon that your answer should be 1 and 2. Okay, as per our elimination technique, but answer is 1, 2 and 4. Okay, so this is the first question where elimination technique failed. We considered that, no, because we considered database questions as incorrect. No? So based upon that, we considered that particular question as incorrect. Right? Next, which of one of the following categories of fundamental rights incorporate protection against untouchability as a form of discrimination? Okay, again, it is static. It is the yes. Whether it is right against exploitation or right against equality. What is it? How come it is against exploitation? It is right against equality. See, remember the classification of the fundamental right. It is given in the Lakshmikant also. Article 14 to Article 18, right to equality. Article 19 to Article 22, freedom or liberty. Then 23 and 24, rights against exploitation. 25 to 28, religious freedom. And 29 and 30, minorities. 31 is property, 32 is remedy. This is the classification in the fundamental right. Rights against untouchability will be against right against equality. Then again, separation of judiciary from the executive under Article 50, which is yes, these two are static. Next, yes, along with the budget, the finance minister also places, this is from the economics, macroeconomic framework statement. It was recommended by the FRBM Act 2004. It is there into all of your economic standard books. Okay. Then a constitutional government is by definition. This is from class 11th NCERT. Okay. In previous 2 sessions also I have discussed the importance of class 11th NCERT of Indian Constitution at Work and Political Theory. Make sure you are giving at least one reading to it. Okay. So constitutional government is by definition, yes, limited government, right? Again, we will just eliminate the remaining 2 just to cross check and ensure the correct answer. And here we will use the example approach. Okay, so you know constitutional government means, in simple terms, government run in a or as per the provisions of the constitution. And examples are India, US, UK, right? Normally all the democracies. So multi-party government. Okay. So India has multi-party government. So we can say the constitutional government can be multi-party government. But does UK have the multi-party government? Or does US have the multi-party government? Right? But वो तो constitutional government है. So it's not necessary. You can give the example of US to eliminate this. Government by legislature. Again, US में there is strict separation of power. The government is executive, legislative is different. Third, popular government. So popular government is the government by the people. It is not government by the constitution. Right? Simple elimination technique. Sorry, you eliminate the other thing, you'll get your answer. Then, other than fundamental rights, which of the following parts of the constitution reflects? Okay. Again, they are saying reflect. Okay. Again, question is not specifically asking. Okay. So here, benefit of doubt you give to the options. Principles, provisions of Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Okay. Preamble. So you can say liberty, equality, fraternity, etc. Okay. From DPSP, the welfare provisions. Right. And from fundamental duties, again you have right related to the education. Right. Education was put under the fundamental duty, no? Duty of the parents to teach the this children up to I think 14 years. No, that is the fundamental duty. So all three are related. Again, unnecessarily don't eliminate the option. You simply think over the provisions and try to apply it. All three. And if you are doubtful with respect to the fundamental duties, okay, again give the benefit of doubt to it. Okay. Next, 9. Legal service authorities provide legal service to each of the following type of the citizens. Okay. First, this is our extreme statement. Okay. All senior citizens. अब सभी के सभी सीनियर सिटीजन्स को तो फ्री लीगल एड की जरूरत नहीं है. देयर इज नो फ्री लीगल एड नेसेसरी फॉर अमिताभ बच्चन. ठीक है, तो ऑल तो एक्सट्रीम वर्ड है, यू फर्स्ट एलिमिनेट. आपका ये तो 2 जाएंगे. ठीक है, नाउ यू अप्लाई द एलिमिनेशन और द कॉमन सेंस. हियर दे आर सेइंग पर्सन विथ एनुअल इनकम ऑफ लेस देन 1 लाख. दिस इज द नॉर्मल पर्सन एंड दिस इज द ओबीसी विथ or the transgender with 2 lakh and OBC with 3 lakh. So as such situation, have you seen the situation where the criteria or the economic criteria for the general population or for the general is less compared to the OBC and transgenders? ना जनरल पॉपुलेशन का तो इसका अगर 4 लाख हो सकता है तो 4 लाख होगा तो ओबीसी का वो 3 लाख रखेंगे ना. ओबीसी की द फाइनेंशियल क्राइटेरिया विल ऑलवेज बी लोअर फॉर द ओबीसीज एंड अदर वल्नरेबल सेक्शंस. इट वोंट बी मोर देन द दिस द जनरल पॉपुलेशन ना. नॉर्मली जनरल का अबव होता है, उसके नीचे फिर ओबीसी वगैरह का होता है जो भी बैकवर्ड्स होता है. सो एज पर दिस द फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट and second and third statement both becomes yes contradictory, right? yes, समझ आया कि नहीं? how they have become contradictory, right? जनरल पॉपुलेशन का ओबीसी से ज्यादा ही रहना चाहिए ना. you can't have a threshold where the general population criteria for general is 1 lakh and OBC is 3 lakh, right? That as per logic, no. So 1 and 2 and 3 cannot be together. So 1, 2 cannot be together. Okay, these two are already eliminated. So as per logic, 2 and 3 should be the answer. Again, this is the second question where logic failed. Okay, the answer that they have given is this. I think 1, 2 and 4. Not 1, 2 and 4. Yes, 1 and 2 is the answer. Okay. 1 and 2 is the answer that they have given. Okay. But fine, as per our elimination technique, this is the second question where elimination technique has failed. Okay. Third, next. Yes. कैसे गलत है? हाँ, तो गलत ही है ना. हाँ, है ना, क्योंकि जनरल का ज्यादा होना चाहिए ना ओबीसी एंड ट्रांसजेंडर से, दैट इज आवर लॉजिक, राइट, बट लॉजिक फेल्ड। ठीक है, अब कहाँ पे वेयर यू हैव सीन द क्राइटेरिया वेयर the normal people will have the income limit of 1 lakh and transgender has the income limit of 2 lakh? No, you don't see that. But तो गलत है तो गलत है, that's fine। ठीक है, this again यहाँ पे भी दिस इज द नॉलेज बेस्ड, यहाँ पे कोई लॉजिक वाला नहीं है, तो दिस 1 and 3 आर करेक्ट। ठीक है, ये कन्वेंशन इज विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू द चाइल्ड अबडक्शन। ठीक है, and this under 2 coalition is also with respect to the global climate change। Okay, it was current affairs question। A parliamentary, again these two questions again from the NCERT। A parliamentary system of government, again remember parliamentary system। ठीक है, all political parties are represented in the government। Government is responsible to the parliament and can be removed by it, no confidence motion। So always with respect to the polity questions, wherever you get the conceptual question, for every option, even if you are eliminating that option, try to substantiate that by specific constitutional provision। Even if you are getting the answer, try to substantiate by specific constitutional provision। So government is responsible to the parliament, that is collective responsibility, right, and can be removed by it, that is no confidence motion, right? Proper substantiation should be there। A government is elected by people and can be removed by them। ठीक है, that a government is chosen by parliament but cannot be removed by it before completion of fixed term। Okay, this was easy। That then which part of the constitution declares India as the welfare state? Yes, UPSP। If they would have framed the question in a way, which provisions of the constitution, okay, has provisions related to the India as a welfare state? Again, if they would have given all the 4 options, if they would have given option 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, in that case, what would have been answer? Yes. In case, suppose out of these 4, the options are 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, this 1 and 3, and last is 1 and 2. In that case, what would have been the answer? 1, 2, and 3, right? 7th schedule is related to federalism। Okay, the next, Constitution of India defines, right, so when basic structure in terms of federalism, secularism। Okay, so definition of given in the constitution, we consider that particular statement as yes, wrong। Okay, then Constitution of India provides for judicial review to safeguard, again previously I told you how you have to substantiate each word or the whatever statement they have given, okay, with constitutional provisions, right? This is how it is applicable, this is how it will save you from the elimination technique, sorry, from the silly mistakes। ठीक है, so constitution of, ये तो simple है कि defines लिखा है, and again basic structure is not defined, you all know, so that is wrong। The Constitution of India provides for judicial review to safeguard citizen liberties, right? So which is the article which provide for judicial review to safeguard citizen liberties? Yes, which article? Yes, article 32 and 226, right? Citizens liberties means fundamental rights, so article 32 to 226 provides, and to preserve the ideals on which constitution is based। What is the article in from which provides for this judicial review to preserve the ideals of the constitution? Yes, that is the procedure established by law to check the validity of the law। Yes. 142 he gives the executive power to the judiciary. 142 is not even the power of judicial review. Yes. This is nothing but your basic structure, no? As per basic structure, Supreme Court said that Parliament cannot amend the ideals of the Constitution. Right? This is not the constitutional provision. This is the part of basic structure, no? The Parliament cannot amend any ideal or the principle of the Constitution. Right? This is not part of the Constitution. That is why I tell always, wherever you are getting your answer or eliminating something based upon knowledge, try to substantiate that using specific example. Right? So this statement also becomes incorrect. Okay? So answer is D. Is clear? Now article 13 simply provides for the judicial review to check the procedure established by law. That is whether Parliament has followed the proper procedure to make the law. Okay, it just change the procedural integrity. It doesn't check the wisdom behind the law.